Right, that's that. Cut all the trees in the garden now. It's me, Wild Horse from Move Root. Hello wild ones, and welcome again. It's just before Easter now, or it is Easter. It's Good Friday today. Maybe you noticed that while I was cutting the tree, I moved as much as possible. Maybe I could have moved more, in fact, but I did move quite a lot. I didn't just sort of and cut. I sort of moved my whole body. I tried to really use my limbs, use my center. I climbed up a bit and I stretched a bit. I stepped under and did all sorts of movements just to mobilize my body while I'm doing it. And the thing is, well, first of all, I've spent the last 2 weeks in my workshop welding things for customers, and so I spent 5 days a week, really most of the time, either precisely cutting metal or welding, meaning holding my mask in the one hand and with the other hand sort of drawing a careful line, so not moving much, and also smelling all the fumes all day and getting really black and dirty. So I just really wanted a bit of fresh air, and I wanted to move and do something more natural, like cutting trees. And yes, I just took this hour in the garden to feel a bit of nature again, and to move my body again outside. I've really been missing it. Why am I telling you all this? Well, I think it's ever so important. I do this as well in my workshop when I'm working. Whenever I can, I move. Like something drops on the floor, I don't just bend over and pick it up. I'll go down into a squat. 2 things fall down and spread across the floor. I'll go down into a squat, and then I'll move sideways in the squat and get the other bit. I'll step over things. I'll step under. I'll stretch. I'll turn, twist. I'll do all sorts of movements because it eases my work. It makes me feel more happy and content. It makes sure my blood is circulating well, and I get oxygen, enough oxygen all through my body all of the time. And my metabolism just keeps going a bit faster than if I were just sort of standing around doing as little movement as possible. There's always a lazy, seemingly easy way to do things, and there's always a way to do things getting a lot more movement and a lot more benefit out of it, because the easy way, in fact, often really would tire you out a lot faster than going the mobile way, right, the dynamic way. Now, so far so good. The other day, a friend of mine said, well, I've been seeing your videos, well, quite a few of them on, how to get more movement out of doing this, doing that. I work in an office, he says, what can I do there? And we had a little chat about it, because I said the possibilities are endless, right? So here goes. Right, so here's you sitting in your office, on your office chair, working with your computer and all that, hanging around, drinking coffee. What can you do? Well, one very easy thing to start with is squeeze your glutes. Right, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can, and just hold that movement, that stagnant holding of your glutes for 2 minutes. And I want to see you, after doing that for 2 minutes the first time, you'll know what you've done, and you will feel what you've done. And you do that twice every day, and you will get such a nice booty that and be so strong, because you are activating a large muscle party, and you are doing a lot for your metabolism, a lot for your blood flow, and you're just getting flushed with energy, and you're building strength. You can do the same with your abs. Hold your abs, hold your back, and just hold that movement for a while. And then when you don't forget to breathe. Always breathe, otherwise you know it's suboptimal to do things like that without breathing. Your muscles don't get the oxygen they need as well. That's the kind of thing you can do in your office, on your chair. Or you can, you know, drop your pen. You dropped your pen. Oh, what do you do? Now you can just get up and get your pen, or you drop your pen there, so you dive under your desk the other side, diving under your desk, sitting on your chair, pick your pen up, dive back under your desk and sit up the other side. Now you've done a great movement there, and you've done a lot of loosening and strengthening, loosening tension and strengthening your lower back muscles. And you've been, you've just been using a great part of your middle body. And you've got your pen. You put something in the bin. Now you can walk by and just drop it, or you can just go down and put it in the bin and stand up again. You can sit on your desk chair and just put your feet out, right? Sit on your desk chair, back straight, stick your legs out, point your feet, contract the muscles in your legs and your abs. Pull your feet back, do the same again, rest, do it again. You can do that while you're doing your job, because you don't need too much concentration to do that, especially after you've done it 1 or 2 or 3 times. You'll just be able to do this kind of thing without stopping work. Stretch, have a stretch on your chair, stand up, put something in the cupboard and squat, get something out of here, turn around for your coffee, move, get as much movement as you can, roll your neck. There's so much you can do. Just stretch back. Nobody's gonna, you're not gonna get in trouble for just going like that, are you? So there's so much you can do. There's so much movement you can bring into your life just by moving, because you can move. You're vacuuming at home with a vacuum cleaner, right? You're gonna nozzle along the corners, along the edges of the floor. So you can just go like that, or you could even just get on your knees and go like that. But also you could maybe just go into a broad standard squat like that and just get your nozzle, drop your knee, twist, stretch, get your nozzle and like that. I do all sorts of stuff like that just for the fun of moving while I'm vacuuming, because I don't like vacuuming, but I like moving. So that makes it an easier and a nicer job, and I feel more awake and alert after vacuuming than beforehand. So there's endless possibilities if you use a bit of creativity to move, no matter what you're doing, and just to get the best out of it. So that's all from me from now. Get outside, move to your roots. I'm Wild Horse from Move Root. Have a happy Easter. See ya.